Check, check, check. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody feeling good? Give it up for yourselves for coming out. You made it out? You got out of the house? This is Comedians Interviewing Musicians, put on by Music Firsthand. I am one of the co-hosts. My name is Zach Brooks. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pat, who works in the bar, and I know him very well. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking this guy looks like he's a cross in between. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. A lot of comics do like to do that, though. They like to start their set with, I know what you're thinking, and then some horrible joke about the way they look follows. I'm not going to do that. Because the truth is, as a comedian, when I come on stage, I have no idea what you guys are thinking whatsoever. But I've decided if I ever did start my set that way, I would just make it something weird and strangely specific. So maybe it was like what one guy was thinking, you know? Just get on stage and be like, hey, I know what you guys are thinking. I hope I didn't get Sharon pregnant last Tuesday. There's one guy after the show. Do you know Sharon? She hasn't returned any of my calls. When I see a buddy of mine wearing a shirt that I like, I'll tell him I like that shirt. But the next time I see him wearing it, I like to think that he wore it for me, you know? So I'm going to compliment him again, but this time it's going to be a little more passionate. I'm going to be a little more excited. I might see him from across the room and yell, you know I like that shirt. You know I like that shirt. You know I like that shirt. When you walked in here wearing that motherfucking shirt, you know I like that shirt. No, I like that shirt. If you do that for like 2 to 3 minutes, they usually give you the shirt. 9 times out of 10, you get a free shirt. I recently renewed my driver's license, and I decided to be an organ donor. Where are my organ donors at? Any other heroes in the building? That's right, that's right. And I was thinking about it as I was driving home. It feels good to be an organ donor, but I'm also an alcoholic, you know. So me being an organ donor kind of feels like when you accidentally put trash in the recycling bin. Like I feel like they're going to cut me open and be like, all right, let's see what we can use here. Oof. Yeah, we're going to have to float all this shit to the ocean. We can't use any of this. So none of it. It's like a whiskey soup in here. I don't know. I like drinking a lot. I drink a lot. I like to smoke too. I like to smoke weed. Anybody smoke weed? Okay. Okay. All right. Got a cop here. I I've recently been what I've been doing is the cartridges. They have weed in cartridges now. You connect them to a battery. It's like electronic. It's like a Blade Runner drug. It's amazing. I love it. But you got to be careful though, because it's not actual smoke. It's vapor. So you don't know how much you're smoking. You know. Like I've just been getting too high on the electronic weed and then just doing dumb shit. Like I was hitting it the other day. I decided I'm gonna go get a haircut. You know, won't be that bad. You know, you're a little high. It's not a big deal. And then I get there and I have so much trouble articulating how I want my hair cut that they didn't really cut it the way I want them to. And it's not their fault. It's my fault. I was too high to communicate with them. I just immediately turned into a toddler when they asked me. Like, all right, Zach, what are we going to do today? I'm like, yeah. Could we just make this less? I'm sorry. Let me try to explain that better. See how this is like so much more? If we could just, I'm worried I'm going to get too high before a haircut and just show up to the next Thanksgiving with a perm. Just don't be jealous of these tight curls, Aunt Linda. How am I doing on time? I got time for one more joke? I'm going to do one more joke. Um, just don't even listen for the answer. I really hate when people say story of my life. Like, I think that's really stupid most of the time when it's said. The other day I was in line, and there were 2 girls behind me, and one of them was like, oh, my God, my phone is dead. And the other one was like, it's the story of my life. It infuriates me. It really shouldn't, but it does. It's like, really? Yeah? That's the story of your life? It's going to say that on your gravestone when you die. Here lies Denise. My phone is dead. And now so am I. I think the only time someone should be allowed to say story in my life is like right after you hand somebody your memoirs. Like, hey, excuse me, yeah, you have a quick second? This is the story of my life. I did a bunch of cocaine last night and wrote the whole thing. This is one huge run-on sentence, but I think we get some punctuation in there. Be a pretty good read. All right, guys, my name is Zach Brooks. We have a phenomenal show for you tonight. We have a phenomenal show. I don't host it by myself, though. I have help. She does most of the work for the show. Guys, please put your hands together for my lovely co-host, Becky Jo Neal.
I need like a reel of how many times I've awkwardly crawled over random ass set pieces to get to this stupid chair. How's everybody doing tonight? Woo!
Oh, sorry, I had to kick it out a little bit.
Zach's trying to break the furniture. Another round of applause for the Velveeta room for hosting us. Kitty Cat Pat Dean back there at the bar. Be sure to tip him. We have a Hops and Grain and Nine Banded and Austin Eastsiders here tonight, so that's kind of insane.
There's no reason everyone should not be hammered. Everybody should be.
No, because it's happy hour pricing all night long. Dun, dun.
Yeah. Are we allowed?
Thank you, Ben.
Are we allowed to suggest people get hammered?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get hammered.
It's 6th Street on a Tuesday. Everyone outside's doing it.
The sun's kind of still out. Come on, let's go.
There were dudes smoking a joint outside earlier, like 5 minutes ago.
Trying to pass it to a horse cop.
Yeah. It was Zach and I. Also, we have a cool Patreon fun. If you join for as little as $1 tonight in this very building, we'll buy your first round of whatevers. Preferably Nine Banded and hot. Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Just give us
solo.
$1 a month until you die.
This man's just gonna Simba his beer until the Nine Banded shots show up. Good set, by the way, Zach. Do you want to introduce our musical guest for the evening?
Yes. Everybody put your hands together for the very talented Arielle LaGuette.
Woo!
Thanks, y'all. We're excited to be here.
The waves are pulling at my heart, they're pulling me apart from everything I know. I thought I knew waves to be my only friend, forgetting how things end, forgetting to breathe in. And if I did, if what I had before, if I'd only washed up, sure I'd still have more. And if I knew what I had to do to read the signs of caution by the seaside. The shore feels better on my skin, feels like things could begin. Funny how things end and start again. If I did what I had before, if I'd only washed up, sure I'd still have more. And if I knew what I had to do
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks
Velveeta,
so
keep it
much.
going for Arielle. Like you.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm gonna
the
make it
second I
easy.
said it, I knew I fucked it up. I
It's
was like,
okay.
God damn it.
I'm going to make it easy for you and anyone else at home and here. R-E-L. That's how you pronounce it. Just think of the
Alright.
letters R-E-L and then boom, you got my name.
That actually does make it a lot easier.
Right?
All I told him was not the Little Mermaid. So that was a
Thank you.
terrible.
Yeah, that was yeah, you didn't even say it. You
But
were
Jordan,
just
you're
like,
by the
not
bar.
Little Mermaid.
Can you pour shots for? I thought in my head like I would do a shot every time that Zach said her name wrong.
That's like
That's going to be a lot.
that's yeah,
I
that's
think that's
I mean, you can do it.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna be taking shot. I'm gonna do
Jordan,
it
why
on
are you standing
purpose.
still? I can see you.
Yeah.
How many
good-
shots? Does anyone
wh-
else want a shot of 9-banded?
Oh.
Drink whiskey?
Damn it, they're all
Wow.
professional. So just
Wow.
2, 3.
I mean,
Just make
okay.
us-
I'm not a shot girl, but sure.
It's pretty good. It's pretty easy to
I'll
drink.
sip it.
Okay.
How's
It's
that?
yeah, it's
That
not bad.
works.
Oh man, this is
Sip
gonna
it.
be a great accidental seg. Oh, not the mermaid. That was a terrible choice. Also, by the way, on our like work group chat, by the way, that just happened. I'm calling you out on this one. The sound guy, Ben, our great man, who should have a microphone, but we don't let him.
Yeah, we
He asked Brenda, who's our lovely marketing lady. She's somewhere back there running around. He asked her how the sound was. She was like, "It's great. Sounds like Zooey Deschanel." Then Ben decides to talk about how he's rewatching New Girl
in the middle of the show.
in the middle of the
Yeah.
show. We're trying to work here, Ben. If you could do,
Honestly, I'm kind of flattered. I'm
see,
okay
that was
with
that was gonna be my follow up. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Zooey Deschanel is a triggering subject for most brunette, beautiful singer songwriters with the
Oh.
ukulele.
Ukulele.
That's very
players.
nice. Thank you. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm like, hey, she is doing what she loves and making a living out of it. That sounds fantastic to me.
That's how you support
Yeah.
other women. Cheers to that. And also, it's Arielle.
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 Actually, today I have a weird anecdote about that. I just moved into a new place and I got my first internet. Like, well, I've had internet before.
I love.
You guys heard about internet? It's crazy.
I
No.
got one of those.
But yeah, I got one. But my first, like, I got to name it, you know? And there's just like a whole
Ooh.
thing. And it's Arielle Speedwagon.
Okay.
Boom.
So if you're on
pretty good.
Soundburst and you look up your Wi-Fi, you'll know where I live.
But is it like the letters REL or is it
REL Speedwagon. yeah.
Nice.
And it's
Nice.
like internet, high speed. Oh, I didn't even think about it.
It works.
It worked, yeah. It's not the first time, but it's like now I have purpose to use that for something. I don't know. It's been a thing that's come up, and I'm like, man, I wish I could like put purpose to that fun little anecdote or whatever portmanteau. What do you call it?
So before this, you just didn't have internet, or somebody else named it?
I just didn't have internet
No, that's cool.
we lived
Yeah.
outside?
ever. No, I mean obviously like AOL.
Yeah,
Dial-up.
Dial up.
The really screechy loud stuff that your grandparents
Mhm.
were swearing was breaking their computer.
Isn't it crazy? There's a whole generation that doesn't know the joy of the sound of dial-up.
Oh yeah.
You know.
The kids
The
these days, they
joy.
just have access to porn, like we never had.
That's where you went immediately.
Well, yeah. Well, because that was like when dial up was a thing. When I was like, getting into some porn.
I feel like nothing would make me more anxious watching porn than waiting for to like
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. When you would get like the top part of the picture. My man knows what I'm talking about. You would get the top part of the picture. You have to wait.
And
Oh, yeah. It
3
takes like 3
minutes.
minutes. It's way too long.
that's too much time. Oh, that's not fair. While we're talking about porn. Not really. There's nothing to do with this. I'm just a bad segue.
Are you okay? Are you
Yes,
comfortable?
I'm tired.
Okay.
Also, that 9-banded whiskey is strong.
It is. It really is.
I've forgotten how to read in 2 seconds. Okay, so we're trying to work this segment out. Every week it gets weirder, so let's just see if this does it again. We're going to try this Stan mail. Everyone knows what a Stan is? A stalker fan? Yes? No? Cheer if you are a Stan or a stalker fan of anything.
See, this is a term that I still don't agree is a thing that's out there.
The kids are using it. I'm trying to
The
stay
kids
relevant.
are using it? All right.
Fair.
I don't know. No one here stalks anyone on the internet. Liars. Anyone? No,
On
no
the
one has
internet.
one. Okay, Ray's gonna start.
Yeah, that's what I'm
stalking
talking
Zach.
about. I need that.
That's
I
a
need that love in
dedicated
my life.
patron right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Well, Zach, you could use any of the online attention. Okay, these are like real names and real places. I want you all to know this. These are real people
Okay.
that we've scanned our stands of Arielle. I almost said Ariel. I really almost did because I'm thinking not the goddamn Little Mermaid. Question from Misty Hyman, real person.
Misty Hyman.
Thank you, Pat. I don't know if it's like, I think of it like the weather, but also like Mr. Hyman, like he just missed it.
Just, yeah.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh, that's a question, man.
Misty.
Okay. Thank you, Misty. My favorite thing about myself. I would say that I think that I have ease in meeting people. Like I'm the person that like will be in an awkward group of people and we'll start the conversation. So I like that I can like diffuse my own awkwardness by trying to diffuse it for others by being the outgoing person in a group, I guess.
Yes.
So I like talking to people.
That's a good quality.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a great quality.
Thanks.
I don't believe this is a real. Rich Will Wankett.
That can't.
Why would you name your kid Richard William?
That's not real. Where are you
Because
getting
also it could
this?
be Dick Will Wankett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so there's
clearly
no
the better.
way. Well, who submitted these?
He's from Nimrod, Minnesota.
That's
so I have no
okay.
idea.
That's. Are screening these
I
at
have
all?
so many
or?
questions. Yeah, I don't.
Rich has his question. He wants to know about your messiest breakup.
Ooh. Yikes.
Dick Will Wankett,
Probably
you saucy minx.
The first.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the first,
Yep.
right? Yeah. My first love, I was in college. It was over Skype.
Oh.
Not dial up. We moved on, I think, from then. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty messy because it was like my first. And I thought like, wow, this is everything. And then little did I know, it's just like, oh, that's just your first time experiencing that.
It's just the basis of everything
Yeah.
wrong with relationships
Right,
for the rest of your life.
It pretty much set me up for the self-sabotage I do in all relationships. So, thanks.
Awareness.
Guy. I won't even say his name. But, we're actually kind of friends now. So, I don't
Come
know.
on,
wonder how
Dick
many-
Will Wankett.
I wonder how many breakups have happened over Skype.
Especially with dial-up, though, it's like, I want to
Thousands.
see... And then, like, gets back, and it's like, cool, so glad we had this talk. I'm like, I have no fucking idea what just happened.
Are you frozen? Are you still breaking up with me? Are you?
That's genius, though, to pretend you're frozen.
Oh, yeah. When you're getting broken up with, so then they,
Smart.
yeah.
Then, like, your roommate just, like, walks behind you.
Yeah. Your cat walks in front of the computer.
Yes. Also, I hate whoever's mom this is. Brownie Scheidels.
Who's setting you up to say these names?
Girl, these are in...
Someone has.
They were plugged into
duped
my
you.
phone. Who knows? She's from Cheer, Iowa. No one's cheering in Iowa.
No.
What songs would you put on a mixtape?
Huh, but like what
For,
kind of
yeah,
mixtape,
for what
you know?
purpose?
Like a breakup mixtape? Now that we're on the topic, that's interesting. Also, can I ask, where are all these questions coming from?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
She might know. I have no idea.
Ask Steve Sharts. He is the next question.
Awesome.
Steve
Well,
Sharts.
I guess I
Are
just
they-
like didn't understand the scope of how this works. So thank you.
I don't
people.
either. No one tells me anything. I'm just here to collect my free beer in this terrifying T-Rex rubber thing. Maybe we'll just stick to, this is the worst. I don't really understand this. Oh God. No.
Well, to answer that question real quick, it'd probably be like
Please.
a bunch of like musicals, but also mixed in with a little bit of like
Yes.
indie folk stuff, and then maybe some like bossa nova.
Okay.
Yeah. There
Oh,
you
he's
go.
back. Wait, is it Bossa?
Is it bossa?
Bossa?
Oh, is it
we gotta
Arielle or
take it-
Ariel?
Yeah,
I don't
let's take a
know.
shot. We're all taking a shot.
No.
I just want to yell Jordan's name into this. He's snickering at me like he doesn't have to do.
Yeah, but seriously though, I will take another shot when you get a change.
Well, what's great is his name's Jordan, so I keep thinking you're yelling at him.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. but also George.
It's all right.
Do you guys want to play another song?
I would love to.
All right,
Yeah.
kick it out.
Cool.
Give it
Well,
up
this-
for Arielle LaGuette.
Thanks.
Give it up.
So this tune actually is inspired by a man we might know named Bernie Sanders. Like, what?
I'm treading lightly. Try not to excite me. There's already so much on the way. The world's getting warmer, and time's getting older. It's never too late to open your eyes and realize that I'm not ready to find all the answers hidden in life. Call me naive or too blind to see, but nothing is ever quite as it seems to be. Seems to be. And now that you'll notice, it's hard to avoid it. We need to stand up for what we say. And if you can't help it, I try to make sense of it. What seems unlikely is so likely if we're all in. I'm not ready to find all the answers hidden in life. Call me naive or too blind to see, but nothing is ever quite as it seems to be. Seems to be. It isn't too late to change your mind if you hold on to letting go. If you hold on to letting go. If you hold on to letting go, then you'll see. That I'm not ready to find all the answers. I'm not ready to find all the answers hidden in life. Call me naive or too blind to see, but nothing is ever quite as it seems. I'm not ready to find all the answers hidden in life. Call me naive or too blind to see, but nothing is ever quite as it seems to be. Seems to be.
Give it up.
Thanks.
Give it up.
Thank you, guys.
P.S. For a reminder, don't forget about happy hour prices. Oh.
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 Oh. Nick, what are you doing here, bud? This is
Going, I'm Officer Savarino of the Boner Police.
Nick, you're at the. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. There's another show I run here in town called Peep Show, where it's like Mystery Science Theater, but for vintage pornography, and we have to have this guy at each one just to make sure nobody jerks off or anything. Well, yeah, I mean we're all watching porn as strangers, so. He's. I don't know why you're here though. That show's next week.
Look, I'm at the right show, Zach. All right, I got a quota to meet. I have the quota to meet. All right, October through December is a very busy time for the beat off. the BPD Boner Police.
So you
Department.
you work other shows than my show?
October through December, very busy. All right, October, I'm working a lot of teen hay rides and pumpkin patches. You don't want to see any boners there.
Okay. Well,
November, I'm working a lot of Thanksgivings in Arkansas. All right, those families are hot for each other. December, Christmas parties. January, here's the deal. It's a dry spell, which normally we here at the BPD we're a fan of. All right, Boner Police, we like a dry spell. But you know what? It's not good for money. And so I've been having to take on some extra shifts.
So you go to other public places to just make sure people don't get boners?
Exactly. I had to work the Super Bowl this
Sunday.
Sunday. They had to cut me after the first quarter. All right, nobody was getting aroused during that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that wasn't exciting.
Like Adam Levine, was that a thing that you had to deal with? Or did you watch the Super Bowl? I never watch it, but this year.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was cut after the first quarter.
No.
Sorry. Yeah.
So I did not see the rest of the Super Bowl. I don't like to watch a job that I can't finish.
Okay, well, Nick, I mean, I guess you're here, but I'm not worried about that here. There's nobody's going to be having boners or anything.
Oh, no one's going to have a boner. Have you ever been to a concert, Zach? There's people who are going to have boners, all right? I worked in the 70s, a ton of Steely Dan concerts, all right? I don't want to do that dirty work no more, all right? I am here. Listen, I am going to work no matter what, Zach, so just let me do my rules.
Do you want to do the rundown of the rules?
I'm going to do the rundown of the rules for this
All right.
hard rock concert or whatever this thing is.
Yeah, that's right.
Make sure no one's getting a boner. I'm not asking you guys to do a lot, all right? I'm just how much of this show do we have left, Zach?
We have like 2 songs left.
Two
Nick.
songs.
I don't
I'm
know
not
why you're
asking
here.
you guys to do a lot for these next 2 songs, all right? I'm just asking you to keep it flaccid for 2 songs so you can go home hard again in your cardigan, all right? That's all we need from you guys, okay? You know what? I was listening to REM Lagunitas up here earlier.
Nailed it.
And I can tell she's a little bit more of a soft rocker, so I just want you to know, I don't want anybody's ASMRs to activate, all right? I don't need anybody having dingling your tingle, or I will sting you like Kris Kringle, okay? All right, my eyes will be on the bartender tonight. He looks like half a chub himself, Pat Dean.
Oh. Pat, he can't see you from the waist down. That's got to worry him, you know?
All right, don't try any frisky tricks on whiskey dicks, or I will hand out dickets, all right? I'm not afraid
He's got dickets.
to write dickets tonight. Hold on, I got to get these back in my pocket.
I like your frayed shorts.
Yeah, there's been budget cuts, all
Okay,
right?
no,
Speaking
I'm
of budget
sorry.
cuts, I'd like your nuts cuts tonight, all right? I'd like to keep them small, all right? I do have one more thing. All right, I'm going to be looking around these past couple songs. I don't want to see any Alanis Morissettes in the audience, all right? I don't want to see one hand in my pocket and the other one is giving a hand job. I don't need to see that tonight. All right? Now, that's all I have for you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and say have a good rest of your show. What is it? Once again, what is this, a concert? What is this supposed to be a thing?
It's a comedians interviewing musicians, and you were never supposed to be here to begin with.
Look, I'm getting paid hourly. I was supposed to be here.
Yeah,
all right?
you
I want you to have
suited
a
up.
good show, and, blue balls matter. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to get out of here.
Who's
Give
paying
it up.
him?
Give it up for Officer Nick Savarino of the Boner Police. He'll be walking around staring at people aggressively. I apologize. He shouldn't be here. Yeah, that guy's
here
gonna
he
still
comes.
stalk me. I'm actually getting worried about this now.
Well,
We were gonna play an Alanis Morissette song, so I guess that now we couldn't.
ruined.
We're not.
The whole
We're
thing
not.
is ruined.
But I will say that is my karaoke person of choice.
Go to?
That's my
the
karaoke
go-to?
go-to. Anything Alanis, yeah.
What's
That's
your
a good
like?
That's
go-to.
real.
Yeah, like
And a lot of people don't pick that. It's hard to hit those notes.
so angrily with such vigor.
I
Yes.
think it's a matter of like I never get a chance to sing like that, you know. I don't
Oh,
write
okay.
songs like that. Maybe one day, but I feel like I'll just, in the meantime, do karaoke.
Yeah.
So
Do you have like a genre that you should not sing, but you still sing all the time?
ooh. Oh God.
Yeah, what shouldn't
I
you do?
do Kanye West songs.
Yes.
Yeah, well, okay, great. People who like that,
We're
then that's
I'm full
good.
support.
I in high school I memorized Gold Digger as
Mhm.
part of like a talent show,
Sure.
and I still to this day know it word for word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, is
Pat
this
Dean
the
has
show?
Gold Digger queued up karaoke.
Yeah.
No,
She
that
give me
Always.
would be really cool, Pat. No, you actually you just your latest album you recorded on the road,
I
or
didn't
you like wrote
record
on
it.
the road.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of had been traveling the year before, and then kind of a collection of songs, I guess, that I wrote along the way. But I did record it here in Austin.
Were you inspired by your road trip playlist while you were traveling?
Actually, I was more inspired by the state of the world. The album is called
Bum bum.
Yeah, and then the plot thickens. So the first EP that I recorded was like definitely all like love songs, and like these are the first songs I want to record, and like love songs is what you write. I think, I don't know, I did. And then the second time around, I just had been writing a lot of songs after the good old 2016 election.
Sure.
You know,
Bum bum.
you know the one. And I and I was inspired, so it was kind of called A Case of the Times, just in, Case of the Mondays, but like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case of the 2016 to
Case-
2020,
yeah.
God.
Please God, just till 2020.
Just make it end.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, so now that Ben is using the group thing to get drinks. This is what is happening on our
Ben.
group chat, ladies and gentlemen.
We're doing a show right
That's
now.
kind of smart, though.
Well, I've been using it for that too. Are we not supposed to use it to get drinks?
It's only funny when I call out the only person responsible how everyone up here sounds. Just kidding. We love you, Ben. Just mute. Everybody mute. Someone get me a drink.
I keep trying to go like reach for my drink, but I really am afraid that I'm going to fall back on this stool. So I'm going to wait till the end. But, that would make for good TV.
That would
so
make really good TV.
Yep. Really? Oh, thanks.
Oh.
The big one, yeah. Oh, my God.
That's-
Jimmy Milner
that's-
on
that's
drums,
teamwork.
everybody. Let's give
Give
it
it
up.
up.
Multiple skills here.
And actually, Jordan Birchall on guitar as well.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky to have these guys.
By the way, this is the first time I'm realizing that either one of them had mics.
Yeah, they both have
Sometimes-
microphones.
Sometimes the backup musicians are like very afraid of us, so we just it's like when you're at the zoo and you like don't make eye contact with the scary animal. It was like you can look at the pandas, but from this angle, and like you can't. So I'm super sorry. Would you like to introduce yourself? Why didn't anyone? No, damn it.
That's on you.
It is.
I'm
on
here to
me.
get drunk.
I'm a horrible host.
You have a mic right there.
See, I was like this.
I'm
whole
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Jimmy.
Yeah.
They're great.
Microphone's immediately down.
Yeah, just get this out of my face. I'm asking you a follow-up question, so prepare yourself. Y'all are both in other projects around town. I was talking to Arielle earlier. God,
It's a lot. I know. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll change my name.
it's a lot of whiskey on this end. I'm super sorry. No, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, you guys are both in other projects. Do you want to like take a tight second to talk, tell us where we can see your other stuff or where we can find other things about you musically in town?
Yeah, I have a band called Beth James. It's really awesome. I've been saying this a lot because it's happened really recently. But we got a song in a Spike Lee movie called Black Klansman.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yes.
And we're playing on Valentine's Day at Geraldine's if you want to come and feel very lovely. Yeah.
And they just got engaged.
Congratulations.
I know. Yeah, they're really good.
Thanks, Arielle.
Hell yeah.
Arielle.
Jordan and I just, oh my God.
Oh.
Jordan and I just like switched places, so I just got a new place. He just moved into my place, which is where his fiance lives, my former roommate. So That's how that-
Oh.
Ooh.
Like the whole crowd. Oh, a tangled web we weave.
Yeah.
Cut to the conversation earlier that I had with Arielle where her TV was too big for her side table.
It was the worst. Now I feel terrible even repeating it. Oh my God. Well, someone was like, wow, they have really cheap TVs on Amazon. You should buy it. And then I was like, okay, I need a 50-inch TV. Sure. For the price that I was looking at for like something smaller. So I was like, oh, well, you know, why not? And then it came in today, and I haven't bought like an entertainment center, but I was like, oh, I have this like record cabinet thing. And it definitely would fit a normal TV. But now I had to get like a TV stand, little like desk, you know, like little TV tray. So the TV's like lopsided in my house currently. It's really great. Come use my internet. It's a lot of fun.
REL Speedwagon. Password TV too big.
How did you know? No.
Okay, so how do y'all know each other? And I would love to know like the tangled Austin music web y'all weave.
You know, funny enough, I think it's mainly because of Kayla, his fiance, other half of Beth James, my ex-roommate.
Okay, thanks for keeping us
a
all.
web. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we all went to UNT. Jimmy, did you go to UNT? No. Okay, sorry.
Out of
We
the
did
club.
not all go to UNT.
Canceled.
But UNT is in Denton. It's really well known to be an amazing jazz school, which it is, which is what Jordan and Kayla went for. I didn't. I actually like picked up. I started playing music because I went there, and I think I was just like friends with a lot of people in the music community, and I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And yeah, then we were all. I was Kayla's RA. I was a pretty cool RA, as in I did not do my job well.
That's all you got to do to be a cool RA. Just
But
don't
you
do your
know, I
job.
became best friends, you know, with some of my residents, and then what was that, like 6 years later, it all came back around where Kayla was like, I'm moving to Austin, let's be roommates. And then 4.5 years later, now I'm just moving out. So it worked out. It was like kind of like the best living situation ever. And then Jordan and Kayla started dating in the midst of that, and kind of how I started playing music with a band in general. Jordan is like the biggest cheerleader you could ever ask for as a friend, which is so great because you really need those kind of people in your life. I wanted to record music, and I was like, oh, I'll just do like a solo thing. He's like, well, why don't you do a band? I'll play guitar. I know a bassist. I'll get a drummer. Like, he just like quickly produced everything, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then I got introduced to a sound engineer, Matt Melly, and then Jimmy's not on that. Jimmy I met later, but because of, I think, you know, the music community, I needed another drummer at one point in time. He's like, hey, hit up my buddy Jimmy. Luckily, this dude.
Jimmy's awesome.
Jimmy's awesome.
Good
He
for
is.
Jimmy, everybody.
And Jordan's awesome. And yeah, it's just a lovely little. The music community in Austin is very cool, and just like the comedy community is pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Musicians are way cooler, though.
I mean,
it's a way cooler
I
thing
think we're
to
all
do, for sure.
it's like it's a different.
No,
cool.
it's way cooler.
Yeah,
take
as a
it.
comedian musician, how does that, like, I don't know, cross over for you personally?
Yeah. Well, I'm clearly not doing any comedic songs tonight, but I do. I started doing like improv. Well, backing it all the way up. Theater was like my first love in high school and stuff. And then college, I did like performance studies and performance art kind of things. And then started writing music. And then when I came back to Austin, I had some friends who were doing improv, and I was like, oh, I would love to start that. So like 5 years ago, or 6, yeah, I started doing improv class, and as you know, the comedy community, very just like connected. So like improv led to a lot of friends in stand-up. And I don't think I could do stand-up, to be honest, but I love it. And you're great, Zach.
Thank
And-
you.
And
I
everyone
appreciate
who
that.
does it is fantastic. My stand-up is like my talking in between songs, and then when I'm like, oh, I don't know how to end this, I'm like, oh, song, great. So it's like the perfect segue. But I did just start a musical comedy project with a girlfriend of mine, so we're having a lot of fun. That's called Mama Said, so you can look up our stuff online, Mama Said Comedy. And yeah, we played Betty Fest
Awesome.
last year, so that was pretty cool. I don't remember your initial question. I just ended up telling the story of why I'm involved with both. But yeah,
I mean, I like it. I was
Yeah.
into it. About. Do you guys want to hear a couple more songs?
okay, thanks.
All right, give it up for Arielle LaGuette once more, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it up.
Shouldn't I be happy? 'Cause I am not. Could you make me happy? 'Cause I forgot the way love feels and the way it gets me real. And hold on, babe, I'm easing your heart to the floor. You should be happy, but not with me. You could be happy, just wait and see. The way time can heal and the way she'll make you feel. Hold on, babe, I'm easing your heart to the floor. Life can't be happy without being sad. Life can't be happy without all the bad. 'Cause it can seem so easy to be in control of everything. Let's stop for some time to think and feel it all sink in. Shouldn't I be happy? 'Cause I am not. Could I make me happy? 'Cause I forgot the way life can feel when things are good, but just then something changes suddenly. My heart's on the floor. Life could be happy, I promise you that. Life can be happy, let's leave it at that.
Thanks. Thanks, y'all. Am I just going on to a next song? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. This is the oldest song that I still play, and it was written back in my Bruce Hall, University of North Texas days. So you did live in Bruce. Bruce was like the cool dorm, by cool, like the really nerdy dorm that was very inclusive of like weird people. So we had a lot of fun, and it was really great. And yeah, so I guess this was written during that very whimsical, naive time of being in love for the first time. 2, 3, 4. Don't tell me what to do when it comes to you, when you're the reason I came here. You say it's love, and I can't help but agree. So let's make this love easy, 'cause you're the one that I want to keep around. I'll make you happy even when you're feeling down. Baby, can't you see this is what love should be? It's hard to put into words the way I feel when your eyes leave me breathless. I know you're scared, so I'm trying to make you see my heart is yours for the taking. 'Cause you're the one that I want to keep around. I'll make you happy even when you're feeling down. Baby, can't you see this is what love should be?
should be. Well, love should be. 'Cause you're the one that I want to keep around. I'll make you happy even when you're feeling down. Baby, can't you see this is what love should be? Well, love should be. Well, love should be. Well, love should be.
These guys. Thank you.
Yes, Velveeta Room.
Give it up.
Thank you. I do want to point out that Nick has been standing here the entire time. Have you detected anything in the audience, or am I good?
All right. It's a thumbs down is a thumbs up for
That's right.
yeah.
Because it's flaccid. Got
right.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a thumbs up for the world, but
Sure.
not. Oh no, this is too much to process right now. Far too much. Boner police politics. Thank you, Nick.
Oh.
Nick. Not my boner, not my problem.
Yeah.
Fair, fair. Damn, this was a really fun show.
Yeah.
So much fun. Thank you
This
for
is
having us.
great.
This was
Yeah.
awesome.
The Velv is like
Thanks.
magic in that aspect. Tip Pat Dean.
Tip Pat.
Yes.
That's the witch magic we've been working the whole time. We're like,
Yep.
just tip Pat Dean. Oh, please. He's in so much need.
Yeah, he has diabetes, so you know.
Oh. Yeah.
It's literally
I'm
half the time he
it's
tells a joke,
fine.
people are like, shit.
I know. Every time I bring up that Pat has diabetes, everybody gets bummed, but I think it's hilarious. I don't know.
Welcome to reality. It's 2019. Face your fears.
Yeah, I feel like we're all gonna get it one day, right?
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I'm pretty sure I have it too. I'm getting close.
Getting close. Is whiskey diabetes? Whiskibetes? Sounds like a
Dia-whiskey?
Whiskibetes. There it is.
Shit.
I don't know.
dibs on that cat name. I'm stealing that.
Dia-whiskey.
For a Dia-whiskey. It's just like a really fat, drunk-looking cat.
Yeah, it looks like
It
Wilford
looks like
Brimley.
the guy with the
Yeah.
diabetes commercials.
Mm-hmm.
It meows, but it sounds like it has been smoking for like 20 years. Like, We're like,
Definitely.
oh, shit. Arielle, what are you going to be doing over the next week? Where can we find you? Tell the listeners where to click and like and share.
Thanks. I've been doing this residency that's been really fun because it's been kind of a mashup of the two worlds that I love, which is comedy and music. And it's at the Townsend, which is right up on Congress, right across from the Paramount. And it is the 6th week of the 6-week residency. So if you do want to come check it out, it's on Mondays. It's called Monday Night Mashup with Arielle LaGuette. You'll see these guys there, plus my bassist, Alex Brown, who's awesome. Plus, it's a variety show. So it starts out with stand-up, and then we've got an awesome like singer-songwriter in town. There's been amazing acts so far. Next week is going to be Megan Lacey, who's an incredible Americana folk artist, and Hunter Duncan, who's a great stand-up comic in town as well. So we're going to have a ton of fun. Monday night at 7:30 p.m. at the Townsend.
P.S. Shade to
Awesome.
everyone in the Velveeta room who did not cheer for Hunter Duncan. I see his ass hanging outside all the damn time.
There's people here that know him that did not cheer.
Just
That's
lurking. No. Oh, blessed be. Anybody else here? Are you guys playing anywhere soon? Where can we come see you?
Geraldine's, Valentine's Day, Beth
Yeah.
James.
Nice.
Yet
It's gonna
again.
be great. It's gonna be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to be good.
It's gonna be
a
good.
Thursday night, right?
Thursday night.
Great.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Valentine's Day's on a Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
It's like leading into the weekend of,
Yeah.
of romance.
That's a pretty romantic day, though.
It kind of is, right? I feel that way too. I don't know why.
Thursday, Ben.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
have a
weird. I don't
calendar,
get that
Ben?
either.
Are you going to be doing anything soon? Where can we see you play drums?
I'm
He's like,
playing a
"Please
couple
don't."
private things that I'm sorry. You
That
can't come
we're
to.
not allowed
Please
to come
don't
to.
come.
You're not-
Oh, got some private stuff going on, huh, Jimmy? Okay.
Yeah.
Boner Police.
He's gonna be working those events.
There you
He's
go.
literally already at that event.
He'll be there Monday. He'll be there Monday.
Yeah.
I'll be there Monday.
And if Boner Police wants to come too, he can come Monday as well.
Yeah, that's
All
all.
right.
That's all really
That
recently.
sounds
that I have.
so fancy. Him just checking people's pants. That would be great.
Except for
Yeah.
like the when you go to a venue, you're like, can I look in your bag? And they just like shine a light in there, and like they see one tampon, they're like out.
No,
Out.
you're good.
Back up.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
That's what you really have to do if you want to sneak a bunch of booze into a venue.
Yeah,
Put a
just
bunch of wrap it in
cover
tampons.
it. Cover 'em in tampons.
Wrap it
makes
in
sense.
maxi pads
Yep.
with the wingies.
Mm-hmm.
The wingies.
The more available like cotton like lavender scented like dust that pops up out of your bag.
The better. Yeah.
Oh no, go.
It's like a really fucked up magician's smoke screen. Like
So yes, go see them at the Townsend and
Mhm.
sneak in your own booze.
I'm
Is that it?
trademarking the wrapping bottles of alcohol and pads. I feel like it's like camo for fragile men.
Sure.
Just wrap anything in. No, it's fine. Thank you so much, Arielle, for joining us.
Thanks
Zach,
for
what are you
having
going to be doing?
Next week, Wednesday at Spider House, we're doing Peep Show, which, like I said earlier, is just Mystery Science Theater, but for vintage porn. And Nick Severino from the Boner Police will be there.
I just watched him flip on his glasses from the bar, and it was
Yeah. My co-host for Peep Show, Lisa Friedrich, who is amazing,
Hell yeah.
cannot actually be there next time, so Nick will be helping me host it. It's the Boner Police Takeover, so
God
we'll
bless
see.
the boner police.
We'll see how that goes.
Woo! Say a little prayer.
Yes,
It's gonna be fun.
but that's on Wednesday at Spider House at 9 p.m.
I'm stoked. I'll be there,
Cool.
Yeah.
cheering you on, not getting a boner for everyone there.
Don't do it.
I won't. Thanks to everyone who came out tonight. Give yourself a round of applause.
Give it up for yourselves for coming out.
In a hot sec here, we're going to cut the live feed and the podcast stream. We're going to go straight to doing a couple songs with Arielle just for the house. But before we get out of here, we'd like to formally thank all of our sponsors. Thank you to Nine Banded and
Yes.
Hops and Grain and Austin Eastsiders for keeping everybody drunk tonight.
Very drunk.
Side note, you can still get booze on happy hour prices. And if you join our Patreon tonight in this building for as little as $1, we will buy your first drink. So just like get your last drink.
Just give us $1 a
Just
month
give
till
us
you
$1.
die.
We'll give
What
you
is that?
booze.
That means it's just $1 to get a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great to me.
Right.
Come on, y'all. Y'all paid $1 for worse. Do not lie to me. Also, thank you so much again to the Velveeta Room for having us. We adore you. Please tip Pat Dean. He's a lovely specimen. Patrons, cannot thank you enough. You are the only reason we get to do this stuff. Like, it's truly amazing that what you give to us every week, and we cannot thank you enough. Give yourselves another huge round of applause as we cut this feed and give Arielle another intro to her songs. Thank you, thank
Give
you,
it
thank
up.
you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is my beautiful co-host, Zach Brooks.
This is
Give it
Becky
up for him.
Jo Nail. Give it up for her.
Y'all have a lovely evening. Good night.
Good night.